live on custom. Okay. A very warm welcome, everybody, to this great platform. And how are you all doing today? Okay. How are you doing, Chandrakant? Doing good? Thank you. And
Fine, sir. Fine. Very fine.
good, good. And how are you doing, Umesh ji and Beena ji? Okay. Very warm welcome once again. Today, my dear friend is sitting in a t-shirt while we are sitting in jackets. And it's really cold and chilly out here. How about you, Supreme? How's the weather there at your place? I can't hear you. I think, no. Not very clear at my end.
Okay, it's to be fine now, I think.
Yeah. How's the weather there?
Yeah, it's damn cold here.
Yeah. Where are you based at, Supreme? Where are we connecting from?
We are connecting from Mirzapur, Uttar Pradesh.
Oh, the famous Mirzapur of what you call it?
Kali Maiya.
Good to have you up from that area. And of course, I have traveled a decent bit and have been to all those places that you are referring to. So good to see that. Good to meet you, Umesh. Supreme, we will connect offline sometimes. Okay?
Yeah,
Great.
sure. That's great.
And welcome to the platform to you also.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And Isha, of course, has forgotten her old sir. She says that the sir has become.
Sir, they don't assign me a session. It's not my fault.
Okay, but you're doing great, Isha. I must say, I get to know all about what you're doing, and it's really nice to see.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, so a very warm welcome, everybody, to this session. Chandrakant ji, Umesh ji, Beena ji, and Usha ji. Today, of course, we are all meeting, greeting, networking across, across all states and still in the same time zone. We don't have anybody here who's currently from overseas. So nevertheless, very warm welcome. And the topic for today's session is again one of the features of Instagram. And within Instagram, we've been covering a couple of features. Last time we covered Reels. And this time, today, what we will be covering is remixing of Reels. Okay. As we all know, remix is a word which is very popular. Be it, songs, be it videos, everything is being remixed. If we look at the music industry, we had good old songs which were in a different format, different audio kinds, but then they got remixed and got reinvented in a different, tune and all. So the same with Reels. We can remix Reels, and at the same time, we can repost them. Okay. So that is something that we will be covering in this session. And while we were talking, Jyoti has joined in. Good to see her, and good to see her back on in the sessions after a very, very long time. She's taken a break, I suppose. Jyoti, are you in India or still traveling, or where are you? You can put that in the chat box, and we'll read it out later on also. Okay. So the flow of the session again will be such that I will be sharing a little bit of information from my slide deck, and after that we will be doing the process live from my Android device. I use an Android more, so I will be doing it from my Android device. But nevertheless, the Instagram application can be used in Apple phones also. And for that, we need to download it from the Apple Store. So with that, let's get to starting the session from the slide deck. Just give me a moment while I get to the appropriate, the appropriate tab. And then we will start from there. Yes, here it is. Here is the slideshow. And just hold on for a second. There we go. And into the, yes. Now, of course, we are all very excited for, since we will be launching a cookbook. And looking forward to your contributions on focusing on healthy recipes, focusing on beans, vegetables, or whole grains at this email ID that is there on the screen. My colleague Isha will also put that up in the chat box too. Now, moving ahead, we are talking about Instagram and remixing of reels, as well as how can we repost them. This is again a remix. Reels can be made, which we covered in the last subject. And Chandrakant, my dear friend, made me a cat, in that session. Those who were here, they saw that reel. We will also see that reel, in this session too. And how can we remix and repost reels? Okay. This, of course, is a very, it's a very useful feature and a very creative one too. Now, the objectives for this session is, Instagram Reels remix feature. Okay. And how can we enable and disable remix of reels? Okay. Enable and disable literally means that the person who has created the reel, okay, they are the owner, and they are the owner of that content. Now, the owner of the content can enable or disable a remix of the reels. If it is disabled, then of course the reel cannot be mixed. And so that is one aspect there. And secondly, of course, how to remix a reel. So we will be going through all the two, points here while I do the demo. I will be doing that, from my Android device there. Now, first things first. Have you created reels? I mean, if we haven't created reels, then how are we going to remix them? That is one thing. And if we haven't created, then how can we remix them also? That is the second thing. So answers can come into the yes or no by just putting in a yes or no in the chat box. And I would come to know about it. And it will also help me, design the rest of the content. Thanks, Ushaji, for your very good message. Beenaji, you too. Thank you very much. And my friend Chandrakant makes a cat out of me every time, so like last time. So this time also he'll do something like that. Okay. Now just sharing a little bit of what is Instagram Reels, a recap of yesterday's session. We can create and share short form video content. Within that, within Reels, we can use photos as well as video content, as well as, fresh creation. Besides this, just created offhand. And what we can do is we can record and edit up to 60-second videos. The short format literally means maximum 60 seconds. That's what it implies on. And we can add text, filters, effects, and emojis through the Insta camera that is there. Or else we can also create it besides the camera, but then we have to ensure that it is within the 60 seconds, limit. The time limit is 60 seconds for reels. And besides that, we can add location, tag followers, and the option to permit remix. Okay. Last but not the least, we can share it on Instagram as well as on Facebook there. So this was a little bit about Instagram Reels there. And now moving over to what is Remix Reels. Okay. Remix Reels, the feature allows the user to respond by appearing next to the original reel. Okay. Now, reels are generally, when we watch them, they are vertical. Okay, vertical in the sense they are, they are up straight, and we see them on the entire screen. What happens is that when we remix a reel, in half the screen, the reel with which we want to remix appears, and we can add the the new video next to that. So both the videos are playing together at the same time. That is what a remix looks like. And it is available to any Instagram user if the original creator has enabled remix across remix access from their profile. We need to go into the settings there, and we can enable the remix also. And at the same time, when we watch reels, we can also see whether we can remix a reel or not. And at the same time, this is something about remix reels. And next that we would be covering here is repost reels. Okay, that what is repost of reels? Repost of reels literally means that this feature allows users to repost original reel video in story. Okay. Instagram also has stories, and just very similar to Facebook, that stories last for 24 hours and then they vanish. So if we have prepared a reel, we can repost it, and we can also refurbish it, as a matter of fact, and we can post it in stories there. Then, I mean, in order to do this, I would be doing this right at the end, but just sharing it, sharing this information. What we need to do is we need to open the full reel that we have created in the full mode itself, and tap on the paper airplane icon, through which is normally referred to as a send or forward kind of a message there. And when we do that, on the next screen that comes up, what we need to do is we just need to hit the share the reel on your story. And then it gets, what we call it, it gets shared from there. So with that, any questions from anybody can keep coming into in the chat box. And while I log in from my Android device and conduct the remaining session from there. And while I am doing what we call it, while I am doing the demo, if there is any kind of a step that you wish me to redo, you can always unmute yourself briefly and ask me to, to redo that particular session, that particular section here. So while I join and I am joining in from my Android. It says meeting code 917 7013 7013 and 8563 8563. Join. Okay, here we go. Preparing, connecting. No, I want to stay as co-host, and I got it that the meeting is being live streamed. The other name that you see, that is me from my Android device. And I go over into sharing screen and yes, allow Zoom. And the screen that you're seeing is the screen of my Android device here. And from here, I go into my social media bundle, which is there, Instagram at the top next to Facebook. Tapping on that, I move in, and once I'm in there, it will open up and I'm onto my homepage. Okay. And now from here, what we do again, last session that we did was we watched reels and we created reels also. So Chandrakant, from where do we watch reels? You got to let me know. I've forgotten. Man. From where do we watch reels? Reels हम कहाँ से देखते हैं? मैं भूल गया. आज चंद्रकांत सेशन कंडक्ट करेंगे. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
ऊपर राइट में प्लस साइन है, वहां से आप देख सकते हैं.
हाँ, वेरी
नहीं
गुड.
तो
हाँ, और
नहीं तो नीचे जो क्लैप का साइन है ना, जो वीडियो का, वहां से देख सकते हैं.
बिल्कुल 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 सही कहा आपने. तो लेट्स हिट दिस पोर्शन एंड आई सी. ओके, अब what you're seeing is a reel here. Okay, and from this reel, the thing is we can scroll above, or subsequent reels they keep on appearing there. Okay, and we can watch as many n number of reels that we want. वो पूरी की पूरी जो है, they keep on coming, and we can watch them. अब now सबसे पहली चीज कि how do we find out as to whether we can remix with a reel or not? Okay. In order to find that out, on the right hand side there are the navigation tabs. Okay. We see not the navigation tabs, the the interaction tabs, as we call them. The first one being the like, the heart shape. The next one to that is from where we comment. Okay, we give a comment there. Below that is where we send it as a message, or we post it on a storyline too. And below that are those three dots. I always refer to them as three dots, three vertical dots, always to be explored, because there is something behind this. So what I do is I tap on those three dots, and when I tap on those three dots, I get this option. Okay, report. If there is something wrong with the reel, we can report. Okay, then not interested. If we are, not interested, what it does is that if we are not interested in the reel, or we are not interested in this kind of a content, we can copy link, in the sense if we need to copy the link and share it on some other platform. Besides that, we also have the option of share to, right? When we hit the share to option, it will give us various options there. I can send it through any of the options that are there, like on my device. And besides that, it says save. It will save it on, let's hit the save option. And what it does is it saves it. It saves it in the camera roll, or on on our device there. Below that is remix this reel. Okay. Now this is the feature which we are talking about. Now this individual, whoever is the creator of this reel, they have allowed the permission, they have given the permission to the public, or to anyone on Instagram, that they can remix this reel. Okay. If I tap on remix this reel, okay, what will happen is it will, as you can see in the shared screen, half the screen is the original reel is there. Okay. Now in the other half, what we can do is we can create something new. Okay. We can create something new in the sense, if I start, if I start recording, okay, if I start recording, it will be recorded by the side of that. Okay. We'll just do it for trial. We will not be posting this reel. I will just do it for trial. And, all the filters are also there. Okay. Like if we see, the next to the video option, next to the clap, there are those icons. If I hit on that, you see my face will get into all these, different kind of, the backgrounds may change, or for whatever, whichever filter we apply, it will adopt to that particular, background that we select, or the look that we select. It will change to that. Okay. And there are various, these are all what we call various creative elements that are there, and we can choose to apply any of them. Okay. And last session, my dear friend, he made me, wear this. Okay. So we'll try with this. If one side kids, let me also become a kid. And, there are others also, if we want to try, now all these effects are there. Jolly good, we can spend endless amount of time trying them out and seeing what they are. And if I tap on this, it will give me a very different kind of a look. There is the this option through which what we can do is we can add any media behind it. Okay. So if I tap on add media, and from here, if I want to say add this one, you can see that it's like a picture in picture there, and I can move it also. Okay, wherever I want to place it, I can move it also, and at the same time shrink it. I want to shrink it. All that we need to use is the pinch tool. If we have to shrink the picture, we just pinch it by using the, if we have to shrink the picture, we just need to use the fingers to pinch it. And
so you're pinching the picture by touching the screen, na?
Yes, by touching the screen. And just as we pinch on, pinch to zoom or unzoom, that is what I am doing. Okay, did you get that, Binaji?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So,
सर सॉरी सर डिस्टर्ब यू सर, हमारे में तो ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा रिमिक्स का।
वो उस रील में होता है उषा जी। अगर रील में नहीं अलाउ किया होगा, आप कोई दूसरी रील देख लीजिए, चेक ऑन सम अदर रील। ओके, सो अब इसी तरीके से इफ आई वांट टू चेंज दिस पीछे वाला मीडिया, आई जस्ट hit that and change media, and we can pick on any other anything else. Sorry, yeah, not this. This is a video. I don't want to use this video. So chaliye, let's find a picture there, and let's replace it. Okay, इससे replace कर देते हैं. Okay, and you'll see this is also a video there. No problem. Let's add this video. और आप ये देखिए कि वो it has added the video there. Sorry, no, it hasn't added. Let me get a picture add करते हैं. Okay, अभी आप देखिए पीछे वो एक दूसरी picture add हुई. ओके सेम मी वो भी मैं ही हूँ, लेकिन वो स्नैपचैट से हमने कुछ और ट्राई किया और वैसी शक्ल उसकी जो है वो बना के हमने वो मीडिया पे लगा दिया. Besides that, there are a host of other features there. Now, since this reel is made, okay, I can preview it. Okay, when I hit on the preview mode, जो उसके नीचे, next to that effect, I hit the preview mode, and if you can see, वो बगल में, the kids are there, they are still dancing, और उसके बाद हमारी ये रेनडियर वाली शक्ल जो है वो उसके साथ में लगी हुई है. Okay, and on this feature we can do all the all the things that we could do with the while making a reel here. Okay, uske liye what we do is we go to the top, and from there hit the musical option. When I hit the music option, okay, it tells me that there is already there is already an audio that is there. Okay, there is already an audio that is there. I can reset the volume. Okay, and other than that, there is nothing much that I can do. I cannot change the original audio. Okay. This is done through, we'll discuss that in another session there. So if we want, we can raise the volume of our this thing for certain audio controls. Okay, voice effects. Nothing much we can do as far as the audio is concerned. And then, once this is done, what I do is I can go over to the voice effect, and since it's on Zoom, there is nothing much I can do. Okay, there is I cannot play that. If I play it, okay, let's see if it records. Let's see if it records. Okay, let's see if it records. Let's see, and I hit the done option. Okay, and once I hit the done option, I will let's see if it records. Done. There is it may take it is processing that, and next to it, again I have these filters. We can apply some of those filters also. Okay, like you see, if I apply this, the whole bunch itself changes there. And if I apply something like this, it doesn't take that effect. And some of these things we can also apply. Let's see this one. Okay, it breaks it up, it fragments it, and breaks it up into various this thing. Okay, let's see this. Yeah, it should. Yes. Now, once having done so, I hit the done option, and next is the stickers. Let's go in there, and today is Friday. Okay, thank God it's Friday. Let's hit that one, and there it is. Okay, the children are also dancing, and I say that it's a Friday there. Scribbling and then text, and onto the text I just write, okay, remix, or whatever we wish to write. Hit the black, bring it, bring it into the alignment section, and just do some, bring it back, okay, and give it an animated kind of, and hit the done, okay, and this is a remix reel, okay, and from here, once I hit the done option, once I hit the tick below, where the film is, this reel is ready, okay, and it will process it, and then we will get over to the same, okay, and from here, as it's the same process which we follow for posting reels. Okay. And, this is one way of doing remixing reels. The other way is I will, now this reel is there. All that I need to do is write a caption there. I just write a caption, okay, that conducting or, fun in sessions. And, from here, I can tag people, I can do all the good things that I want. And if I want, I can, share it or save it as a draft. I don't want to share this, I will save it as a draft. Okay. And I just hit the save draft option, and the reel will get saved. Okay. And once it gets saved, all the, what I can do is go back to my Instagram account and into the Reels section, and into the profile section. And from the profile section, okay, I go into the Reels, and if you can see, the drafts is the first one. Okay. And if I open the drafts, this is 0.5 seconds. The first one. This is the reel that we had created just now. Okay. Any questions before I move over into the second?
Sir, I have two questions. One is how much time will this reel remain in the saved draft? And the second is this feature, what is the use of this feature? Means when it can be used of remixing the reels?
Okay. How long? If you post it, okay, if you post it on, on Instagram, then it will remain there. Even in the drafts, it will remain there. Now, if you see all these ones, these are all drafts, which I try, sometimes they all remain here. Okay, that is one thing. And secondly, the reel will remain there until such time until and unless we kind of hide it from our profile. Okay. Now, when I see now this yesterday, what we made, my friend asked me to make this. So now this is still there. Nothing will happen to this. It will remain there. Okay. And secondly, your question of, what is the use of this function? Okay. The use of this function, let me tell you, is more, what we call it, creativity as well as entertainment. Okay. And at the same time, if there are two things, if there are even comparison is there, say supposing if you have, just for example, if we have, say, a video, or at some time we've made a video of our children, okay, and after that they have grown up, and they have grown up, and say an year or 6 months or 2 months later, we again create a reel, and then if we have both the reels there, we can remix them in the same fashion, one old, one new. Okay. So there are various ways, with which we can make use of this. And I will show you. Now, this was something that I picked up random from the internet. Okay. The second is, let me go into the second aspect from my profile section. Okay. What we will do, or let's take it this way, in the search option, I will just search for, say, GSU, okay, and okay, Getsetup India, and from here, I see that they have made, sorry about that. I go into, into Getsetup, and within those, within the reels on Getsetup, I find all these reels here. Okay. And if I want, depending on what kind of, settings that the reel has. Now, for example, Sanjeev Kapoor was there. They made a reel on Sanjeev Kapoor. Okay. There was a session that was there, and it was made. If you want to create something, you're also cooking, and you want to, just say that I also cook like Sanjeev Kapoor. Okay. There are those three dots. Just tap on that. Okay, and remix this reel. Okay, and when we start remixing, the Sanjeev Kapoor reel is there on the side. Okay, and we can remix. Okay, so there are various, like I said, creativity. I've always said creativity has no end, and we can use this feature to run two videos of 1 minute maximum length parallelly. Okay. And with some kind of an embellishments there, like you can add stickers, notes, or so on and so forth, and which you can do there. Now let me see. Let's try this one. Okay. What we've done is I have taken that reel there, and let me see how much. Okay, it is no clear. I don't want the timer there. And from here, if I go into creating a reel here, now the original is there, and it will record just like this. Okay. Now, if you have celebrities there, or if I were a kind of a cook there, I would definitely want to be. I would want to be somewhere next to the guy. If I can't be near him in original, but at least I can be there on reels. So these are some of the ways there through which we use these reels there. Okay, and not wanting to do so because I will just close that and come out of it. Okay, and we get back, to this feature. Okay, so hit the discard option. Now, this was one way, by which we make reels. Reels, as I had said, there are various, there are various things within reels that we can explore. Let me go back and say, okay. Now, this is one of my old reels there, okay, which was posted on this page. And from here, I tap on that option and go into remix this reel. Okay. And let's try something new this time. What we tried till now was effects, now filters. Now let's try some effects there. Okay. And, when we tap on that, let me drop this down. Okay. Okay. Let me, yeah. The first one, those 3 stars which are there. Okay. I tap on that. And once I tap on that, I get into the options of trending and, reels. I hit the, the reels one. And from here, I can get various looks that are there. I can get onto appearances, okay, which are there. And, let's see. Yeah. Now, these are all, all the options that are there within the thing. And mostly people use trending options, They use the trending options. So let them come up and let's see which one is good and try and use that. Okay, there is a whole, okay, let's try this and see what it does. Okay, and yeah, sorry about that. And no. let me go into the trending, and from here, let's select something else. Yeah. Now, now this was one of the effects that we had chosen. And from here, from the slider, we can make the effect less or more. Okay. And within that, there are other, options also. So we can use any one of them. Okay. And, okay, not, it goes into, okay. And once we use that, we can again, it's the entire, the rest of the process remains the same there. And that was, about remixing reels there. Now, the second option that we need to check is that if we have created a reel there, okay, we have the reels, and how do we share them? Okay. Now, for example, within the reel section of this thing, I have this reel there, okay, and for this reel, I want to, share it. So I hit the aeroplane option, and from here, it says add reel to story. Okay, at the top, first this thing, it says add reel to story, and from here, what we do is add reel to story, and it loads that. Okay, when it loads that, it gives us all the options that are there in a new reel, okay, which were there in the new reel. And from here, I can, what we do is I can download it if I want to. If there is, if there is any video sound, I can switch that off. Okay. And at the same time, I can use some of the effects that are there. Let's see what happens when we use these effects. Yes, the effects are taking place. Let's choose this, done, and I say done. Okay. Then we go on to, the writing mode. I don't want to write here. I want to move over into the sticker mode. And from the sticker, let's say I want to search a jiffy there. I want to say cowboy. Cowboy. Okay. And let's see. Okay. We get all these, the ones which say, which look like a cowboy. Okay. What we do is I want to, place this there. Okay. And this gentleman comes in, and I just move him at the top there, pinch him, try and reduce his size. No, he won't reduce. Still, let's keep him there. No, it's too big. Let's delete that. Okay. And go back again into and see something else. Yeah. This one. Audio. And, it is done. Once done, I just share to. And once I share to, I get the option of your story. Yes, I share it. Okay. And once, I do that, I hit done. And it will come up, it is adding the reel to my story there. Okay. And once it adds the reel to my story, I go back. Okay. And if I check, it should be there in the story. Okay, it is just posting. So I will just give it some time. And, we'll check after some time. And it should be there, you see. So if we have made a reel, it is not that it can only be used as a reel. We can also repost it. And Along with the reposting, when we do a reposting, we can also add certain dimensions to it. You know, certain new creations. If we want to add, we can add that. Okay, let it load for that in the meanwhile, and we will, we will go about checking that. Now, any questions on this particular, mode of sharing to story? Any questions there from anyone, please? Okay, so now the last bit, we will cover that as to how do we enable or disable remixing. For that, we have to go into our settings. Okay, we tap on the profile, and from the profile, these horizontal 3 lines, we tap on that, and from here, we go into settings, the first one, and from the settings here, we have various, we have the options of keeping up with the various sections there. Okay, we go over into privacy. Okay, and from the privacy option, we get the option of reels and remix. Okay, and if I tap on this, it will give me the option at the top there, remix. Okay, if I tap on this, or it says I can turn it off, allow for reels, or switch it off. If we want, we can switch it off, or we can switch it on. Okay, and then what happens when we switch it off? Then that option of remixing will not come up in our reels. Then nobody will be able to remix that reel there. Okay, so like for example, if I show you my the reels, the reels that are there in my profile. If I open this, if I tap on this, it says, there is no option to remixing. Okay, it will. There is no option of remixing because it's off. I have not, I have not allowed that, permitted that. If you permit that, then only will somebody be able to remix it. And there are lots of, it depends from individual to individual as to whether we want to allow it, give it the permission of posting or not. Now, let's get back to the story. And yes, here we are. Okay. This is, a reel posted onto my story there. Okay. And from here, anybody wishing to go, wishing to go, they can tap the full reel. And when they say watch full reel, it will take them back to the the reel on Instagram. Okay, and so. Chandrakant, what have you posted?
Posted, no posting. शेयर किया नहीं अभी तक, नहीं किया.
अच्छा.
मेरे को ये रिपीट करना ना जरा, डिसेबल डिसेबल के इसका जरा प्लीज.
Okay. चलिए, I will do that. अभी जैसे हम क्या करते हैं, सबसे पहले अपने प्रोफाइल में जाते हैं. ये जो नीचे जो हमारा पिक्चर है, नेविगेशन बार में जो हमारा पिक्चर है, नीचे जो हम उसके ऊपर क्लिक करते हैं, ठीक है. और क्लिक करने के बाद में जो ऊपर 3 लाइन है, 3 लाइंस जो कोने में है, प्लस के बगल में, हम उसके ऊपर जब टैप करते हैं तो हमारा सेटिंग्स आता है, ठीक है. ऊपर, सबसे ऊपर हम उस सेटिंग्स के ऊपर आते हैं, और सेटिंग्स में हम जो नीचे जो तीसरा है, प्राइवेसी, हम उस प्राइवेसी के ऊपर आते हैं. ओके, और प्राइवेसी में आने के बाद में ये रील्स एंड रीमिक्स है, ठीक है। इसको रील्स एंड रीमिक्स में अब ये देखिए जो लिखा है कि रीमिक्स, अलाउ रीमिक्सिंग, ओके। इसको हम अगर एनेबल कर देते हैं मान लीजिए, ठीक है, अलाउ फॉर रील्स, तो वो अभी एनेबल हुआ है जो है, ओके। तो वो अब अगर मैं कोई रील पोस्ट करूंगा तो उसको कोई भी जो है वो रीमिक्स कर सकता है उसको।
ओके ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच, समझ में।
ठीक है। Okay, so that was about about this thing, about creating remix reels and remixing, creating remix reels, sharing reposting reels, as we call it, reposting reels onto in our storyline, and as well as how to what we call it, how to be enable or disable, and at the same time how do we search for reels which are where what we call it, remixing is allowed. And of course, Sabina ji asked a very intelligent question as to what is this feature used for. This feature has, again, there's a lot of creativity that is associated with that. And we can use it in a host of, on lots of occasions we can use this. There are, just to share with you, there are travelers, काफी लोग travel करते हैं, or they travel the same route, after मान लीजिए say 6, 8, 10 months, 12 months, yeah. अब जैसे if somebody is traveling on to in mountains, and वहाँ पे कुछ टाइम में सर्दियों में जैसे बर्फ पड़ती है, there is snow there on the tracks, so they cover that same track. एक बार उन्होंने मान लीजिए सर्दियों में गए, so they've created a video or they've created a reel which shows snow on the tracks there, okay. And at the same time, after some months when they have gone onto that same route, and trees, there is no snow there, but the trees are lush and green and so on and so forth. So वो भी एक वीडियो उन्होंने, वो भी एक रील बनाया, and बाद में उसको फिर से रीमिक्स भी कर देते हैं, okay. और especially अगर खुद ही करना हो तो चूंकि इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट, एक इंस्टाग्राम उसमें हम 5 अपने अकाउंट जो है वो खोल सकते हैं, तो we can kind of play around with that in a very good way if we want to do that. Besides that, self promotion and all that is there. Thanks, Isha, great. Okay, so besides that, there are a host of other occasions also, like kids growing up. Yeah, of course, Instagram अब तो इसको काफी टाइम हो गया है, शुरू की जैसे अगर किन्होंने वीडियोस वगैरह बना रखे हैं, yes, the video needs to be a minute, less than a minute in length, तभी हम उसको reels में post कर सकते हैं, या वीडियो की clippings निकाल के हम उसको post कर सकते हैं. एक बार post किया उसके बाद दोबारा से उसके साथ हम we can play around with that also. So there are a host of occasions where we use this function there. Okay.
It is a nice function, sir.
Yes, it is
so many things we can do with it.
Yes. आप especially growing up children जब होते हैं, मतलब मैं तो कई उसमें देखता हूँ, one child has grown up, उसके बाद दूसरा थोड़ा और बड़ा हो रहा है, तो लोग simultaneous कुछ ना कुछ करते रहते हैं. Creativity, no end to it, जी.
Sir, but why in some reels there is a function that you cannot remix?
That because, again, like I said, it is the discretion of the creator. I want to, there are individuals who, let's put it this way, they kind of respect their talent to the fact that they don't want it to be diluted, okay. उनको शायद ये लगता है कि ये मेरी क्रिएशन जो है ये डाइल्यूट हो जाएगी अगर ये कोई दूसरा इसको रीमिक्स करेगा या कुछ ऐसा। तो अपने थॉट्स होते हैं बीना जी, अब इसके पीछे तो नहीं कह सकते।
No, but is there any certain button for that, so which we press for not allowing to remake?
मैंने अभी शेयर किया था ना, अभी शेयर किया था कि हम कैसे वो कर सकते हैं। We go into our settings, okay? आप उसको टैप, आपकी जो प्रोफाइल पिक्चर है नेविगेशन बार में, उसमें आप टैप कीजिए, you tap on that and you will get to those 3 lines, on your profile on the right hand side. Just tap on that and then you will get the options of privacy, okay? उसको आप टैप करेंगे, सेटिंग्स सबसे ऊपर आएगा, आप उसको टैप करेंगे तो मेरा ख्याल है 3rd ऑप्शन आपको आएगा प्रिवेसी का। यू टैप ऑन दैट और उसमें रील्स के सेक्शन में आएगा रील्स एंड रीमिक्स। यू हैव टू डिसेबल दैट, मतलब जो स्लाइडर है उसको लेफ्ट की तरफ रखना है जो है।
ओके,
तो वो फिर कोई रीमिक्स उसको नहीं कर सकते जो है।
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome. Okay, so if no more questions, then let's proceed towards the last 2 slides, and then we meet at 7 o'clock. If you're there, so just allow me to to share the last 2 slides which are there. And okay, here we go. Oh, let's go back. Yeah. Okay. So again, thanking you all very much for your valuable time. And you can explore some classes there by clicking on the explore option. Record classes will be available very soon. We will make arrangements for that. And post this, of course, notes would be emailed to you, and I request you to kindly share your valuable feedback. It helps us in planning our sessions and planning our sessions in the same way that you want us to. And if you're in social media, please use the hashtag or the mention rate, and we would respond to that. If you're wanting to know more about social media, this is the email ID with which you can connect with us. And those interested in hosting an interest group, this is the email ID with which you can connect with us for hosting an interest group. With that, I stop share, and again, I thank you very much for your valuable time, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon in any of the sessions here on this great platform. And thanks, Supreme. Special thanks to you for doing all the good work. Take care. Sure. Bye-bye.